Hello people and welcome again to my YouTube channel. Now we're back to have another conversation with Boss Babe and I'm honestly excited about this conversation. However, I have to first say a massive thank you to every single one of you that has been liking, subscribing and even just sharing the YouTubes and the posts and just your comments alone, whether it's privately, whether it's publicly. I really appreciate it and it actually keeps me going because it's not easy showing up all the time, especially when sometimes you just can't be asked. But just knowing that my message or what I have to say, no matter how hard sometimes it is to get it out, is blessing someone or even just confirming something for someone or just helping someone makes me want to put a message out more. So God bless you and thank you. Thank you so much for your support. Now, let's get to talking. Now, I don't know about you, but as of late, I've really had to sit down and ask myself, Andrea, are your goals because they're actually what you want? Or are your goals because society and social media and what you see other people achieving makes you want it? Ask yourself. Have you actually sat down and asked yourself, is this what I'm fighting for, working hard for, pushing for because I've wanted it? Or is this something I've been told to want? Or the algorithm has shown me that this is what success looks like? And the reason why I'm talking on this topic, because I feel as if sometimes we all need a real reality check. Not the one that comes from a post on social media, but the one that comes because someone is sharing their truth with you and you can sit there and be like, wow, that resonates. Now let's talk about it. For some people, success looks like a big house, a lovely car, or the latest car, or having all these expensive jewelry or expensive bags and designer. And for someone, their idea of success might just be being able to afford a trip wherever they want, whenever they want, being able to lie in for a month and not have to go to work, but still getting paid, not having to worry about the bills. Everyone has a different level of success. But what we have to ask ourselves is, right now, the capacity I'm operating from, am I pushing myself hard because I want what someone else has? Or am I pushing myself hard or even striving for what I'm striving for because it's something I want? A lot of the times you find people either pausing or stopping on pushing on a dream or even on their business because they feel as if they've failed or they feel as if they're not getting anywhere. Why? Because they have seen someone who has posted, oh my gosh, I started a business and made $1 million in a year. Number one, let's not even get into it, but we're gonna get into there. Were you there when they started the business? Have you been with them every single course of the journey? Do you know what they have put in on the back end, if they've put anything in, and if they've even hit $1 million, and if that $1 million came from sales and not from sponsors? Let's not go there. But what I'm asking you is, these thoughts that you're using that are manipulating your goals, your dreams, your vision that was set before you or that you felt as if you was going after and now has changed, are they facts? And even if they are facts, is it what you want? Now, the only way you can get to a place of clarity, and you're gonna be like, here she goes again, is to actually sit with yourself and actually do an analysis of where you are and what it is that you really want. And ask yourself, was this the same thing I wanted 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago? Will it be the same thing I want tomorrow if X changes or so changes? There is so many simple questions that you can ask yourself in the moment to bring yourself back to reality and be like, hold on, I'm chasing the wrong thing, or this is still the thing I've always wanted it, so I'm gonna still chase it. Let's have another conversation. Just because success doesn't look like the way everyone puts it out there, doesn't mean you are not succeeding. Even when it feels as if the sales are not selling, because you have sometimes as a business owner where you're not always gonna have the sales you want, people are not always gonna be buying for you. Unfortunately, that is reality. But it does not mean you're not succeeding. It doesn't mean that the work you've put in is still not working. It doesn't mean that you're not visible. Neither does it mean that someone somewhere is not waiting for the perfect moment to buy from you or patronize your business. So it does not mean that you have failed. Success doesn't look like the same thing in every single season. But because we're so used to the gold, the glitz, the glamour, the shine, coming on social media with my hair done and my makeup done, we forget the last 3 weeks that I've been looking like a little boy with pepper grains at the back of my hair with no makeup on, because I absolutely could not be asked and I didn't give a damn, hello, who's gonna beat me? But when we show up, we create this narrative that success looks like this every single day. I will be the first person to tell you that I do not always have my face beat. I do not always have a wig on my head, and I'm not always dressed up. There's sometimes that you'll probably see me and think I'm homeless, because that's what success will look like to me in that moment. That's where I'm at. It doesn't mean I failed. It doesn't mean I'm not succeeding. It still means I'm grinding and I'm focused on my vision. I'm getting to where I need to get to. But when the time is right and the camera comes out and I gotta beat my face and put on a wig, I'm gonna do that too. So I ask you, is your journey based on what everyone else says you should do? Is your journey based on what social media makes seems as if it's the norm when it's right? Or is your journey based on you and the vision that is before you and the goals that you know that you want for yourself? A lot of our dreams, a lot of our visions have somewhat been embedded in us from the point of growing up, like even family influence from our siblings, friends, even some people, their exes, or your teacher, because you were told that this is the right path to follow and you chose to follow it. This week I had the most amazing conversation with an amazing woman that I mentor. And it was literally hearing her journey. And she literally said to me that she decided to get married because she knew based on her culture, it was the right thing to do. So she got married very young. Then she decided to stay in her marriage. To her understanding, she was married and happy. But she said after years of going to marriage because culture told her it's the right thing to do to get married early. And when I say early, I mean 17. And then also getting to a place where she chose a course to study at college because her mum told her that this is the right course for you and this is where people are gonna make money. So she chose that course over what she knew her passion was. But her passion would always drive her to the space, which was hair for her, the hair space. So she'll always end up in a hair salon or end up doing hair, even after working where she was meant to work or study where she was meant to study. Why? Because that passion, that force was always calling her. But because society, because her parents had always told her, this is what's right for you, this is what is right for you, it took her having to lose her dad to realize that this marriage was never for me. I got married early to this person because my dad said it was right. She also realized after years that she didn't want to study what she actually studied. And she always wanted to do hair. She ate hair, breathed hair. She could do hair in her sleep. No matter how tired she was, she weren't too tired to do hair. And it only goes to show that some of us are literally living our dreams based on what our parents have told us, not me, because Lord knows I defied the norm, went against them and decided to do hair. But God being good, I stuck to it. And the reason why I stuck to it is because I know what they wanted for me and they saw as success or saw as the right path. But I understood that deep down, that wasn't my calling, that wasn't my vision, that wasn't what God had put in my heart, or what was pushing me, what was pulling me was hair, was always that industry. And I made sure, come rain or shine, no matter how tired I was, I would make sure that I succeeded in hair. And to God's glory, after a decade, we're still in the game. And it goes to show that you can either choose to take the path of what society tells you, or you can choose, I say it again, you can choose to follow that deep calling that is within you that you can't go to sleep without thinking about. You wake up, think about, you eat, live, dream, thinking about. And it takes strong will and consistency and also just a crazy diligence to say, I'm not gonna quit no matter how it looks, no matter what everyone says to me, no matter what everyone else deems a success, but I'm gonna make sure this is a success and I'm gonna do it with every fiber in my being to make sure it is success. We've come to a place where the minute your business sneezes or something falls out of place, you're ready to throw in the towel and try something different. Hello? If that's how life works, you wouldn't be here right now. We are in a generation that truly believes that you can start and stop whenever you feel like it. And that's why you never stick at something long enough to see it succeed. If you really want to see success, it means sticking at that thing regardless of how you feel and how it looks to everyone else, or even how it looks to you. Because sometimes what you deem as a failure is actually just one stop away from success. So instead of starting and stopping at every single quarter, you don't need to start another business. You don't need to think of another idea. You don't need another campaign. You simply need to stick at the thing that you said you was going to do long enough to see it work. And what is long enough? I'm not talking about 3 days, 4 days, a week, 2 weeks. I post once and no one liked and followed, so I've thrown in the towel. It doesn't work like that. A lot of the people that you've seen going viral have been building for years. You just didn't see all the work they put in, but you happen to see the glitz, the glams, and the glory. So don't be the one that quits just before she's about or he's about to hit success. Don't be the one who quits just before they're about to see success. Stick at it long enough to see the vision come to life. You've been in conversation with Boss Babe, and I have loved speaking to you. If this message has resonated, please comment, please like, please share, and please subscribe. Yes, this is my real voice because we've stepped out of it. But honestly, that vision, that dream was yours and it was given to you for a reason. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Just stick at it. I promise you it will eventually pay off. But give yourself that consistency. Be very intentional and diligent in your work. That's how you see success.